Hello. I just want to share a change of belief system that I've had, which just goes to show that we can't claim to know anything. It felt like I had the rug pulled out from under me recently when I had to end things with my partner very reluctantly. I realised that I was sacrificing my own needs and my own wants, and I wasn't expressing my heart and mind freely because we weren't resolving conflict. We weren't able to talk about things. And I realised that we couldn't because we didn't trust each other to be gentle with our hearts. We weren't approaching conflict in a healthy way. And my instinct was to leave. I didn't think that he would be willing to work on it. And I sort of backtracked a little bit because I realised that I didn't give him the opportunity to work on it. And so I sort of said, do you want to? And he said no. I think it was too late at that point. His walls had come up because I already said that I was leaving. But yeah, my belief system had changed. I felt like I'd developed a bit more self-worth, and I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I didn't like. I think I was learning that. I didn't know that coming into the relationship. I was needed to decide what my values were. For me, I'm very much into astrology. I'm a Pisces in more ways than one. And so I merged with my surroundings, and I realised that I was sort of letting him dictate the terms of our relationship. And I was following along with it. I sort of looked to him as a sort of authority because he's got a background in psychology, and was sort of stating the same things that I believed in terms of taking responsibility for our emotions, not projecting onto the other person. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, pardon me. And I believe those things too. And so when an emotion would come up, when a wound would be triggered, and I'd sort of try and present it to him, a lot of the processing for me is to be able to talk about it. There was an instance where I had made an assumption based on my underlying beliefs, which had shaped my perception of what happened. And when I spoke to him about it, I realised that he had a totally different perception, and it was just that awareness in itself that was like, oh, no, this is mine, this is coming. And then I got to question, well, okay, so why did I perceive it like that? And then I uncovered an abandonment wound, which I didn't know was there consciously. And so for me, like, talking about things is really important. But anyway, my realisation that this is not what I wanted. Like I thought there was a lot of self-awareness. I was becoming very aware of my wounds, but I wasn't healing, and it was extremely painful. Like I almost felt like I was being whipped, and like all these, it was, the pain was incredible. And then I realized, it's like, what am I doing to myself? Like, I'm choosing this. I'm choosing to be in pain right now. And what I'm not changing, I'm choosing. And so I realized that I wanted safety, I wanted calm, I wanted peace, I wanted trust, I wanted to feel like a team with my partner. I didn't want to feel alone in it anymore. And I realized I deserved those things, that I could have those things, but right now I wasn't choosing them. And so I chose to walk away, which is extremely difficult because there's still so much love there. And But as a result, I've been looking at how we approach relationships, and I realised that it felt like the rug got pulled out from under me because my belief system had suddenly changed. And I realised that every single person in this world has wounds. We all do. There's no exception. We all have childhood traumas. We all have wounds. But the way that I've been dealing with them, and I think a lot of other people have been dealing with them, is to look at someone that has been triggered, and it's almost like we're shaming each other for when these wounds appear, when we become triggered, and going, you've got to deal with that on your own. It's your own shit. Take responsibility for your shit. Basically go away and deal with it. You shouldn't be getting triggered. Don't project that onto me. It's your stuff, your childhood wounds. And while that's all very true, the way that we should be taking responsibility for our own emotions, and we should be recognizing when it's a trigger, if we're committed to doing self-work and growth and things like that. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be aware of it all the time. Like, it's a process. But what has changed for me is I still believe all of those things, that we should take responsibility, etc. But we can't take responsibility for them if we're not aware that that's what's happening. And I think how we're dealing with each other when we're triggered, how we're dealing with each other when these wounds come up, that's what needs to change. Because I realise, we're not stepping in and showing each other love and compassion. We're bringing about shame by saying, that's yours, do it on your own. We all have these wounds, and when they come up for me anyway, I feel like, I need some love, I need some support, I need some compassion. And I realised that I wasn't doing that for myself, and that was being reflected in the relationships around me. And yeah, just to be able to, in a relationship, sort of say, I'm feeling triggered right now, I need some reassurance, I'm feeling insecure, and to be able to say exactly how you're feeling without the shame. There's the fear of being told that you're not conscious, or you're not awake, or you're not spiritually developed enough because you're experiencing these wounds, is shaming. And I realised I was doing that to myself, but also judging other people as well when these things come up. And so when people are feeling emotional and when they're expressing these emotions, we're shaming each other for having these outbursts, when really, we should be going, okay, why are they reacting like that? Seeing the pain and the hurt underneath, and be like, almost seeing that child inside of them, just wanting love and wanting comfort and wanting reassurance. And while I'm not saying that we should be accepting poor behaviour from other people, we shouldn't be accepting abuse or criticism or things like that, but to just calmly, if we recognise those things, to say, hey, I can see you're hurting right now, I want to be able to offer you support. I said, I don't appreciate being spoken to like that, but I'm here for you. And come to a place where you can both be happy, but just demonstrate through words and actions that our feelings matter to each other. And that's where I think I've been falling short anyway, and I think a lot of people have, under the guise of spiritual growth. It's almost caused more of a separation, I'm awake, you're not, and I'm conscious, you're not, sort of thing. It's furthering that separation, and we're not accepting each other's wounds, and therefore we're not accepting our own. And so it started off just recognizing when it came up for me, and having that self-compassion of it's okay, I'm here and also trying to reparent myself, and I think we need to reparent each other as well. And no, it's not our responsibility, but in doing so, we are offering love and compassion, and that's essentially what it's all about. If we can't show each other love and compassion at our most vulnerable moments, which is when we're being triggered, then I see that as a reflection of not being able to do that for ourselves. And yeah, it's just been a huge shift. It's like, oh my God, I got it all wrong. And so I'm going to try this way for a little bit and see how I go. And yeah, I'm sort of leaning into the, like, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fuck up. There is no right or wrong. Like, it just is. And so to go with what feels good in my body, like what I feel inspires me, and to show people love and compassion when their triggers arise, but to do so in a healthy way with boundaries for yourself, which is something that I'm learning. But I feel uplifted. I feel inspired to go in this direction and to be able to have compassion and show love when people are triggered, rather than that shame. Particularly in the spiritual community, of like labeling it as being unconscious whenever these big emotions come up. And we all just need reparenting. We all need that love. We all need that compassion. We all need that emotional containment of, I'm here, it's okay. And I guarantee most of us didn't get that as a child, but it's what we all need. But it is all of us. So I can see that there needs to be a shift in the way that we deal with each other, and that's stepping towards love and stepping towards compassion. And yeah, that feels good.